Hello and welcome to my latest career video. This video features Mike Twin Sullivan, the former welterweight champion and brother of contender Jack Twin Sullivan. So let us go through his career video, beginning with his main opponents. Mike Twin Sullivan, 3 times fought the legendary Old Master Joe Gans. He didn't win any of those fights, suffering 2 losses and 1 draw. He also fought and lost to Hall of Famer Harry Lewis before then holding a win over former welterweight champion Honey Melody. Next up, Stanley Ketchel. That fight didn't go very well for him. Ketchel scoring a convincing win. Shout out to Clash Royale Pro in the chat. And after Ketchel on his list, is a win over former welterweight champion Dixie Kidd. Next up, Mike Twin Sullivan loses singular fights, to Bob Mohar and the Giant Slayer Jack Dillon, and he also fights to a draw, against Jack Blackburn. Next up, is new Hall of Famer this year, Jimmy Clabbit. Mike Twin Sullivan fought him on 2 occasions, scoring no win, 1 loss and 1 draw. And Sullivan 5 times fought tough contender Jimmy Gardner. Now, Sullivan didn't lose any of those 5. He scored 3 wins and 2 draws. Good morning, Martin. Good to see you, buddy. So next up, tough lightweight contender George Elbows McFadden fought Mike Twin Sullivan to a draw. Sullivan also lost to Willett Fitzgerald before then going out on the slide with a set of wins. The first over contender Otto Seeloff. He then twice defeated from 2 fights Paddy Levin and closes out the slide with a singular win over Young Lowry. So that is the first slide for Mike Twin Sullivan. When we go on to slide 2, as we can see, he fought and defeated Frank Fields. He fought and lost to Kid Henry, and then he closes out his account with a trilogy against Rube Smith, scoring 1 win and 2 draws from those 3 fights. So Mike Twin Sullivan there has 28 fights listed, including 11 wins, 9 losses and 8 draws. So going on to KOs and rounds boxed for Sullivan, he scored 16 knockouts in his career, 2 knockouts in 3 rounds or less and 1 in the first round. Now Sullivan scored no KOs against champions, Hall of Famers or pounders. He also scored no KOs against rated opponents. And in terms of rounds boxed, Sullivan fought a total of 656. He fought a total of 20 title fight rounds, and he fought totals of 101 rounds against champions, 106 rounds against Hall of Famers, and 225 rounds against pound-for-pound fighters. Now, of course, as a solid pre-rating era fighter, he fought no rounds against top 10 fighters, top 3 fighters, or ring champions. So going forwards, to his slide against champions, Mike Twin Sullivan had 9 fights, including 2 wins, 6 losses and 1 draw. The 2 individual champions he defeated in his career were Honey Melody and Dixie Kidd. He did not score a stoppage or knockout over either, so he's beaten 2 champions and knocked out 0. Going on to the Hall of Fame slide, we see Sullivan had 10 fights in total, including 1 win, 6 loss and 3 draws. The 1 Hall of Famer he defeated was Dixie Kidd, and as we know from the champion slide, he did not stop him, so he has beaten 1 Hall of Famer and scored knockouts again over 0. And going on to the pound-for-pound slide, his largest tally, 18 fights in total, including 5 wins, 7 losses and 6 draws. He defeated 3 individual pound-for-pounders. They were Jimmy Gardner, Honey Melody and Dixie Kidd, and he scored 0 knockouts against pound-for-pound rated fighters individually. So going on to rated opponent slide, again, like many in pre-rate, I am focusing now, as you can probably gather, on the more 1890, 1910 period. Powering through. On my last channel, I got that period cleared up seemingly quickly. I have mixed some of the fighters in, therefore more of these fighters would have been done. But now I'm just putting a bit of a focus on it, try and get it done this era over the coming few months, and then of course I'll jump more onto finishing the 1910, 1930 era off. That'll include more fighters with more rated information. But Sullivan had no fights against top 10, top 3 fighters or ring champions, of course, absent of ratings. He also thus defeated no rated fighters individually and scored knockouts over 0 rated fighters. Now on to title fight slide. Mike Twin Sullivan did not have a large title fight record. He captured the world welterweight title. He was former LINEAL champion. He only had 1 title fight. That was a win. Thus he made no title defences. He did not score a knockout in that fight, so he has no title fight KOs. And as shown by the rated opponents, he scored no wins against top 10 fighters, top 3 fighters or ring champions in title fights. Mike Twin Sullivan though did score 1 1 win against champion, 0 wins against Hall of Famers, and 1 win against a pound-for-pound fighter in title fights. And going on to his title winning slide, okay, Mike Twin Sullivan captured the world welterweight title. He's also recognised as lineal welterweight champion of the world and a former undisputed welterweight champion of the world. And in a way, that goes to highlight a point. You know, it's not just, it's what I've always said. You can't just look at the titles people win. Because some people have said, do you know Mike Twin Sullivan was a lineal and undisputed welterweight champion? He only had 1 title fight. Yeah, it was a win. But you get an alphabet champion who has 1 belt, who'll have 15 title fights. And should that be rated as less than Mike Twin Sullivan, with him only having the 1 fight, just because on paper he's down as a lineal and undisputed champion? So this is why I always say we have to look at each career as it is, you know, not base it on simple factoid like, well, he's an undisputed champion, that means he's better than any alphabet champion. Someone once told me that any fighter who wins an undisputed title has automatically done better than any fighter who captures alphabet titles. So to that person, okay, comparing Mike Twin Sullivan to a, say, modern era fighter like Eric Morales, well, Morales hadn't done as well as Mike Twin Sullivan because he were never undisputed champion. That's what he was trying to put across to me, a point I utterly rejected. To me, Morales is in a different universe to Mike Twin Sullivan, but you know, each to their own, I guess. But yeah, there's my latest career video, Mike Twin Sullivan. Okay, so I've already covered his brother, Jack Twin Sullivan. Okay, he's on my light heavyweight playlist. Could have gone in a number of divisions. Mike Twin Sullivan went to middle, didn't really do that well against Ketchel, in all fairness. But you know, it is what it is. He was a world champion and he was a good fighter of his time. So there's my latest career video. At some point today I will upload Bob Fitzsimmons' opponent score video and get him on the new opponent scoreboard. That video will come later today, but for now, I'm the Boxing Librarian. I'm out for now.